Hello everybody, welcome back to SheffPlays Zombie Critique, and in today's video we're doing the intro for Cold War Zombies, and there is a lot to go over. They again changed a ton of things, so this video is just going to be go over talking about each thing and kind of how I think I'm going to tackle it, and then yeah, let's get into it. So right off the bat when you open it up, you're brought to all this, which is all your modes, and I usually don't click these right here. I usually go to private or solo. There are different options actually though. When you go to private, you get these, which is Forsaken, Mauder Toten, Outbreak Collapse, Outbreak Survival, Outbreak, Crank 2, Firebase, D-Machine, Dead Ops, and Dead Ops Arcade. And then this is everything for Onslaught. So we're just kind of going to go over everything. In solo, it's just got these. It's just the main maps. No Onslaught, that's really all that private adds. But I play a ton of Onslaught, so... Alright, to start off with, we'll start at the beginning actually and go up. Dead Ops Arcade, this is the third installment in the series. And you know, I think it's probably the best one. It has the most added to it, to where, I kind of talked about it before, it feels less like a side thing and more like its own little mission. It's the same thing except in first person. I prefer it that way. It makes it even feel... It feels almost different than Call of Duty. It feels like you're playing a legitimate arcade thing, and I love it. D-Machine is the first round-based map on this game, and it does flow really well. It has Nocturne and Toten in it. It's really nice. It's an easy jump in, understand the mechanics map. Firebase C is another solid. I spent an insane amount of time on this map when it came out, and I think it's probably my favorite out of the 4 round-based ones. I don't know why, I just really enjoy it. I do have some cons and pros to it, but we'll talk about that when we do the video for it. Cranked 2, No Time to Crank. If you don't know what this is, it's based on the Cranked mode that was brought to a couple Call of Duty games for their special modes, and all it is you get eliminations as fast as you can in succession. Otherwise, you'll run out of time and go down. Outbreak is an open world zombies experience where you have to run around, do side missions, collect things, do a main mission, and there is an Easter egg to it, but if you're just playing to play, that's totally fine too. It can take a long time. Like, I usually take about an hour-ish setting up on the first map. Because every time you beat a map, you can either warp out, like Exfil, or jump to another map. And you can just do that endlessly. This one really puts you in classic zombies, kinda. So it starts you off with an M1911 pistol, which is significant. We'll talk about that in a minute. Health regen, map, compass, enemy damage, numbers, and health bars are turned off, and you have to find food while looking through the maps in order to recover. Outbreak Collapse. This is just stay alive for 10 minutes and escape. There's really nothing else to it. Mauder Toten is the third round-based map. This one I think I have the least amount of time on. I remember it, but I don't remember too much about it. I'm definitely going to have to play it more before we do the review video. Forsaken was the final map, and I think it was an okay one. I definitely don't think it's the best finale that a Black Ops game has seen in terms of zombies, but it is decent. Now, Onslaught for the most part is just, so you pick a multiplayer map, and then there's a couple different variants we'll talk about in a minute. But you pick a multiplayer map, and you just survive waves, and you follow around this area that kind of is like the outside of like a dead zone in like Fortnite, Warzone, or Outbreak, and it slowly collapses, or no it doesn't. It moves around the map, and each time it stops, you have to kill zombies to fill it up, and yeah, and then it moves and you do it again. This one, I don't know what this one is. I actually haven't seen this one. Oh, so that's another thing. Every third surge generally has an elite, and you take them out to get perks and pack-a-punch chalices, wrenches that level up your weapon also, like the weapon grade, which is something different we'll talk about in a minute. But that's every round. And then that's a multiplayer map, and it's the same as I said before. Diminishing light is the orb slowly gets slower and slower, and you have to survive the surges to recharge its energy. It's kind of like the normal one, it's just a little more extra steps to it. Mystery munitions is at the start of every surge. The mystery box rolls and gives you a random weapon. Other than that, it's about the same. Containment, which is my favorite, is it takes a gunfight map, puts you on there. Same rules as Onslaught, except you can explore the whole map instead of just wherever the orb is. And I've spent a ridiculous amount of time on there as well. These are all just other ones. This is literally all it says right there. Onslaught, but quicker. No other way to explain it. And these are just more maps. And I really do enjoy Onslaught. I think it's fun. I still have to finish some chalices, as you can see. Alright, but now that we've got the maps out of the way, let's go to weapons. And it changes this time, because we get a whole create a class system. And each time you prestige, you get another create a class. I think it starts with 5. But you just pick your class, pick whatever weapon you want that you need to work on, or you just want to play with that round. We'll just do an example for this. Let's say I want the MP5. You can also pick the variants, which is really nice. If I remember correctly, that was not an option when this first launched. So it was really nice that they do have that in there. Well, let's say we pick this. You can go to the gunsmith, you can change everything about it. There's really not too much to add to this. Yeah, but, okay. And then for skills, these are something I won't really be able to show in this, but I can kind of give you an idea. Is as you play, every 5 rounds you get crystals. The higher the round, the better the crystal, and the more of them you get. And you use those crystals to upgrade classes, and it'll give you things like bonus damage, and depending on the weapon, more attachments. Or like with melee, it's once you get that bottom one, it heals you a little bit each time that you do damage a zombie. Field upgrades are kind of like specialist abilities, and there's a ton of them. Frost Blast does what Winter's Howl does in Black Ops 4, where you can use it to emit a frost ring that frees zombies. Energy Mine is like a stronger ether explosive. Ether Shroud makes you invisible, and once leveled up, it can increase your movement speed as well. Healing Aura is exactly as it sounds. You drop a healing thing on the ground, and there's a ring where if you stand in it, or teammates stand in it, you all get healed. Ring of Fire is kind of also exactly like it sounds, where there's a ring of fire, you stand in it and you do more damage, and it causes a burn effect on zombies. Frenzied Guard. I don't actually know what this one does. I've never used these bottom 3, but what it's saying is it repairs your armor. Enemies you kill repair 10 of your armor. Normal enemies explode after hitting you. It increases the duration, and normal enemies are slowed to a walk. That's pretty dope. Toxic Growth doubles the health of the growth, increases maximum charges, doubles the damage enemies take while they walk through it. I really don't know. I don't think I've ever used this one. I think I might have messed around with these two, because I remember that now after reading it, but this one I don't think so. I might have to give that a shot. And then perks you can upgrade. This one felt like it could have been a little better. Like, Juggernog just helps with your plates and your maximum health. Speed Cola upgrades reload speed, weapon repair, barricade repair. And it's really just standard stuff. It takes all the perks you've known, but like you have to upgrade them to make them like the actual perks that they are, which is kind of silly. And then ammo mods are something you can equip on your weapon when you pack-a-punch it. When you pack-a-punch, there's 2 sections to the menu. There is the standard pack-a-punch, which there's 3 tiers of, and there's also these, which you can additionally add on. You don't have to. I usually don't, just because I don't know. I don't enjoy it. And then what else? Operators. Of course, the games are all operator heavy lately, and you just pick whoever you want, go in, and sometimes they do have little challenges, like I think this guy's one of them. Okay, maybe not this one. Bad example. Another bad example. Okay, a lot of bad examples here. Alright. You know what? Doesn't matter. Oh wait, there they are. They're on the side. I didn't even see them. We got any zombies ones I can show? No. Okay, never mind then. But either way, and you have challenges. These are just basic calling cards, like before, where you have all these, and once you get them all, you get special ones, and it's just, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is just field research. But yeah, it's really nice. And then another thing that I do enjoy, and it kind of adds like a level to it, is Intel, where around the maps, even Outbreak, you can find like audio logs, little artifacts, and little documents to review later in game that helps build the story of zombies in this world. Because it is important to note that it is different than everything else. It's its own story. It does have Richtofen in it, but you don't even find that out until you beat like everything. I got a ton of these that I need to look at. But yeah, that's really it. And I just wanted to make sure that I got this intro video in for this because it is different. Like, wow, I've got a lot of these. Okay. It is different than before. Nothing like incomprehensible, but there is some changes. So, starting off tomorrow, we will be going over D Machine. And from then on, we'll just keep going like we normally do. I think for Onslaught, what I'll do is like for the standard Onslaught video, I'll just pick a map, and then I'll do one for each. This is also different, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. And then I'll do one for each variant, like Elite, Diminishing Light, Mystery Munitions, Containment, and Accelerated. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one, and until then, keep surviving. So, see you.